Here with men's soccer coach Pete Watkins. Coach, hard to believe we're talking soccer again. I know that you've had the guys back for a little while now for a little preseason camp. Season kicks off at the end of this week here. Let's talk a little bit about where you're at right now in terms of preseason training, getting ready for the Martin Luther game.
Yeah, we do. We've got our first match coming up on Thursday away at Martin Luther. We're still very much in preseason mode. I think just the way the calendar fell this year and just the amount of training sessions we get with some of the other activities on campus, we'll still be in preseason really for another week and a half. We tend to call this phase like the early season time of our year. We have had 3 scrimmages, so we've been able to play kind of a pretty wide range of opponents. A very, very good Division III team in UW Superior. We played Viterbo, kind of a local derby here, and then also a local community college. So we've been able to see our guys against a range of competition, and there's a lot to like out there. There's still a lot to work on and fix.
Talk a little bit about those scrimmages, because I know when we've talked off camera how important they are, and you kind of took them in the range that you said. You had the community college first, then you went to the NAIA school in Viterbo, then you went against Superior. As you completed the game against Superior on Sunday, that would have been your 3rd scrimmage. Are you where you want to be at this time of the year?
I'd say with about half our guys we are. I thought our first team, really in all 3 events that we played this spring or this fall, looked really good. So we felt really good about our top probably 12 to 14 guys. Their fitness levels are good. They're starting to gel, in terms of the way they play on the field. Where we need to get better is that middle group of our guys. People that are going to need to step in case of injury or illness, maybe give us kind of a spark off the bench. Those guys, we definitely want to get them up to speed. We've got a lot of respect for Joe Mooney and their team up at Superior, and so we got to see, our top guys against their top guys. It looked like a really good MIAC soccer game, and we felt pretty strongly about that. And then for some guys that were stepping on the field for the first time in the 2nd and 3rd periods of that game, first time seeing a really good college soccer team. So we like our first group. We want to get our middle group better, and we've always got, like any program, some young guys that are just learning the ropes right now.
And let's talk a little bit personnel-wise. As happens every year, you've got to replace certain people that have graduated, and this year is no exception. How has that progression been? You've got some people that maybe were role players last year are moving into maybe a starting role this year. How has that progression worked so far?
Yeah, I'd say one of the areas that we've seen the biggest development is our sophomores and juniors and the work they put in this past offseason with Matt Sagar, our strength coach, and some of the stuff they did over the summer. Their improvement's been amazing, and they've really gone from being a guy on the team to being a key guy in the team. And so we've seen some sophomores and juniors that we were really pleasantly surprised in terms of where they're at. We lost 12 seniors last year. That's a big group, and that group has been kind of making its way through our program for 4 years. We talk about it kind of being like the snake with the big meal in the belly and kind of working its way all the way through. And so there's a kind of a bubble behind that we need to fill in terms of playing time and some other things. Having said that, our leadership of this group has been fantastic. They've looked in the rearview mirror and said, what do we want to fix and get better at? How can we learn from other people's mistakes? And just the leadership and the chemistry in the locker room has been really, really good this year.
And real quickly, looking ahead, what do you expect this year? What are your goals, expectations? Where is this team going to be when we're talking end of August or end of October?
Yeah, so we well, hopefully if we're in late October, we're talking about November. So the guys' first goal is to be the first St. Mary's team to make the MIAC playoffs under the new playoff structure. So that's their #1 goal, top to bottom. Second thing, we'll announce, I guess, here in a couple weeks that we earned the Team Academic Award from the NSCA this past year. And so now our goal for this year's group is for them to continue to earn that, or to hang on to it, if you will. So I think that academic performance and then performance in the MIAC are very, very important. We've got a really good range of non-conference games. Even leading up to our first game at Augsburg, we'll play the entire range of Division III schools. So our goal for our guys in those 5 games is to play the same way every day. Whether you're playing a top 20 team or a team that maybe you beat last year, it really doesn't matter. It's a nameless, faceless opponent, and you're going to go out and perform to our standards, not to what you perceive the game is that day.
And that all kicks off on Thursday. You head to New Ulm to take on Martin Luther, 5 o'clock p.m. non-conference game. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks.